It is time for a conversation with the one, the only Kendra Von Esch. We're going down to Tennessee, the beautiful mountains of Tennessee. Good morning, Kendra. How are you this morning?
Hey, Kendra.
Doing good. No, it's not any warmer here. It's 20 degrees this morning, but I think this is the last day, and then we'll shoot back up into the 50s and 60s. So it's a shocker, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Indian winter?
Yeah, I like that. At least, man.
They used to say Indian summer, but I just made up Indian winter because my brain is so in tune to making things up.
I like that, though. I'm going to write that down.
And I love today's topic, this idea about retraining our brains. Look, the scripture is all over it, and you've got a particular approach you want to share with us this morning.
Yes. So we all know the divine doctor is Jesus, so there is no replacement, but God made us, and it's kind of a good idea to see how our brain works, because many of you, especially around this Lenten time, might be a little frustrated because you're trying to make this change and this behavior change, and you're not successful. So I just want to let you know, neuroscience has known about this for a real long time. I don't know why they're not telling us local, regular folk, but there is a different part of our brain that we use to make decisions, not to think. So most of us use our prefrontal cortex, which is the front of our brain, to think about the things that we want to change, and we still continue to use that part of our brain to make that change. But decisions are made in a much different place down on your brain stem. I'm not going to get into the biology here because I want to cover most of this. So we have to know that our brains are actually like dogs. They split up the brain in a model from a human brain, a mammalian brain, which is a mammal brain, and a reptile. Did you know that? How crazy is that?
Wow.
but
that explains a lot, I got to tell you.
I know. It does say a lot. So we're going to focus on the mammal brain, and we're going to kind of think about a dog. So a dog doesn't know English. Our, affirmations that we say all the time are just words to our brain. It goes to our prefrontal cortex, and it understands that, but it doesn't impact our decisions. So what we need to do is visually create maybe like a collage. And we need to have one collage that is your future you. And it's going to be beautiful. Let's say it's pornography, and you're trying to change that. So you're going to put a collage together of you and your family and being outside and free, and maybe pictures of men and women in the church. Women struggle with this too. All this kind of freedom and this happiness and this love to a picture of you and your spouse together, committed. And then we forget about the negative part. So if we do nothing and we don't change, we got to put a visual collage together of hell. Maybe there's a demon where you put your face on the demon. There's plenty of scary pictures of purgatory, because this is a mortal sin. If you don't change this, your alternative is hell. And your brain, honestly, will use threat avoidance more than pleasure. It's not going to go toward pleasure. It's going to avoid the threat. That's what our brain is here to do. It's supposed to keep us safe. So what we have to do is every single day look at these visual cues and repeating those visual cues, and then have some emotion associated with it. Because if you don't have repetition and emotion, it's just a bunch of noise. So we have to attach this happiness and this joy and this, freedom over on the future you. And then, of course, this sadness and this fear. Fear in this case is a good thing. It's a holy fear of God. It's not wanting to disappoint him, but let's be real, we also don't want to be in hell. So it's this visual kind of change for our brain. We look at it every day. I don't know if you want to put it on your refrigerator, but there's other things that also help. So typically we have the same environment, right, guys? You go into the same office, you go to the same house, everything's in the same place. And so our brain is very repetitious. So if we change up our environment, then our brain will also be more plastic and refire new neurons, where therefore we can make changes finally stick. It's not your fault, people. It's your brain.
So if you're a little more conscious of this, then you can probably understand it and adopt maybe changes a little easier.
Oh, 100%. But it's got to be visual.
Hmm.
So no little word affirmations and little sticky pads of "you are wonderful, you are beautiful." Show yourself the bad you and the good you. And then surround yourself with a tribe of people that expect you to show up in that positive way. That also helps. Like you two, together all day. All morning.
I know that Ron looks forward to that every day. All right.
Kendra,
Thank
Von
you.
Esch, thanks.
Thanks, Kendra.